Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Big Ambitions. I do hope you're having a great day. I'm here on the corner of 4th and 4th. It's just a convenient little street corner here with the grift. I'm just people watching, you know, trying to contemplate my life, figuring out sort of where it's going to go and how we're going to avoid in 10 days paying a big old tax bill. Because as you know, taxes are due every 60 days. And that means day 180, we're going to get a call or mail or text message, whatever. We're going to get contacted by the IRS and told that we owe them a whole lot of money. And this is also a great episode to really dive into the inner workings of how money flows and taxes and just overall your own personal economy is really affected by your choices on spending over your choices on where you're earning money. And so we're going to talk about that today as well. First, I'm going to head over to General U.S. Trucks, authorized semi-truck dealer since 2011, or I think that's the year it is on the radio. My first truck I bought was green. Second one was red. Those are nice, very Christmassy. We're going to go with yellow the third time. I'm just going to make sure all my trucks are different colors because I can. Okay. So that's our first bit of money spent, but we're going to spend so much more. Let's talk about how money exits your account for a little bit here. Now, in addition to taxes, which are unavoidable, if you don't pay them, your money gets levied, your businesses get sold, whatever's necessary at random to pay your tax bill. So you can't avoid the IRS. This truck is going to head over to our new warehouse right after taking out this guy. That should be, he's gonna sue me if he didn't hit. Honestly, he took off though, so I'm pretty sure he's not interested in suing me. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten hit and ran. Anyway, I really wish the angle on these trucks was a little bit different. That's not the fault of this because I was just driving too fast, but I really want to be able to see the front of my truck. The viewing angle on this is just not favorable for that. All right, we're going to pull into the new warehouse here so that I can get this driver. Well, he's not going to be able to drive it yet, but you'll see. He's going to have, his skill level's not high enough yet. So we're going to come down right in here, and we're just going to park this truck right in this spot. And then as soon as our driver is good enough to drive one of these bigger trucks, then we'll swap out the van and pop that in there too. In the meantime, let's head over to Biz Manager. Hi. We're going to go do two things. At the moment, Tammy Rogers is capped out, and so is Noel. They're capped out. I can't do anything else, which means I can't open any additional businesses and have logistics serve them. So I need my driver to be better, and I need my logistics manager to be better. At the moment, they're locked at 2. So we can change that, kind of. What we're going to do, first we're going to go to our logistics manager. We're going to go to Tammy, and we're going to say, hey, Tammy, you need to be better trained. And I need you to do that fast. So we're going to train your skill. We're going to send you to school. I'm going to pay the bill. That's fine. That's also cost for me. Yeah, we're going to dig into our taxes a little bit. Because you are taxed on your profits in this game, to a certain extent, there are some expenses that do not count as business expenses, like buying a really fancy, fast sports car. That doesn't count as a business expense. But buying this big truck does count as a business expense. So some of the vehicles that you can buy do count towards business expenses, and some of them do not. And then the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to go to my drivers. Hi, driver Ernest. Ernest, go get your CDL, please. Just go get that. Okay, so now that we dropped off that truck there, my logistics agent, taxi. Logistics agent has gone off to school, and my driver has gone off to train as well. Let's come on over. I'm just going to get to my car, and I'm just going to hop in so that I have a little radio while I talk about a couple of things. So I have been asked, why don't I buy real estate? Or can you buy real estate is what I've been asked a couple of times in this series. So I want to talk about that today. And I think some people are probably going to see real estate as like, you see this big thing like real estate moguls, and they make so much money. And oh my gosh, real estate in this game is not meant for you to make money with it. Real estate in this game is meant as a way of preserving wealth, not generating wealth. Okay, that's one way that's a better way to look at it. Since there is no inflation mechanic in the game, which I really wish there was because it would teach people how that works. I kind of wish Big Ambitions had, and it's just a style preference, right? It's just the direction they've decided to go. I kind of wish Big Ambitions would have taken it upon themselves throughout the process of creating this game to teach and demonstrate how things actually work in the real world. They could have done, if I wasn't paying attention, man, I just would have dinged my ride. Probably should pull over before I actually ding my ride. Hey, look, it's a free parking spot. Cool. There are two ways there's ways to generate wealth, right? You can either go to the casino and, put it all on black, whatever. Or you can open businesses and get income from that, right? The other, not really a main way of making money, is through real estate and having rent come in at you, but it's not worth it. If you're looking to get into real estate in this game to make money, you're into it and you're going the wrong way. Let me demonstrate why. We'll just take anything. Garment district is one way to take it, okay? We'll go to the real estate tab, and if I go to only for sale, I can isolate which ones are actually for sale. You're likely to get a more fair market value for that building if it is actively active for sale or listed for sale. But that doesn't mean you can't offer for other businesses or for other buildings. So like this building right here, for example, it is not listed for sale. It's just this little tiny office building, right? A big old 4 capacity. It is kind of where I wouldn't want to open a business here, okay? But I can send an offer for this business if I want to, for this building, not the business. But it's $1.5 million, almost $1.5 million. The daily rent that you can charge here is like $10. Can you imagine like how much money you could make if you invested $1.5 million into an actual business? I mean, just like the first business I opened, I had like 20,000 or something invested in it total. And it's making a lot more than $10 a day, right? Even Charshack makes way more than this per day, right? That's my weakest business. So it is way, 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 way better. If you're trying to generate revenue, is way better to grow wealth via purchasing businesses, opening businesses, etc. Way better to do it that way. So why does buying real estate exist in the game? It exists to help you safeguard against the mechanism that they have installed in the game that takes the place of inflation, and that is negative interest rates. Negative interest rates is what happens to your bank account. I can show you right here, actually. Negative interest rates will happen with your bank account when you have money just stored in there every day. Okay? So the amount of money that's physically like right here on the screen, that's what the negative interest rates are dinging. And you're getting charged a higher interest rate than you'd like for the money, just having money stored there. Money in your bank account is an enemy. You don't want money sitting there doing nothing. And it's kind of the right way, with exceptions, of course, depending on your situation. It's kind of that way in real life, too. Money that's just sitting in the bank, it's not as helpful as it could be. It could be working for you. It could be growing for you, right? And there's 2 mechanisms to do that built into the game. The first is investments. You can invest. There are 3 different investment accounts. Each of them carry a variable different types of risk. You could lose money on your investments. You could gain money. And in this case, I have gained 3% on this investment since I started it, okay? Great. I got $10.5 million in there. The thing about the investments, though, that I like about it is that it's incredibly liquid. I can click the button and just, boom, I have it. 10.8 million. It's in my bank account. Yay. And as long as it's in normal business hours, I can go back over to Van Hander Bank and call them up, and at no penalty for myself at all, I can just be like, hey, can you guys just take 10.5 million? And it's instantly in there. I put it back. It's instantly in there. Now, of course, my change in my investment is not updated. Right now it's a 0 because I just started it again. And in the real world, you wouldn't be able to move money that quickly, right? Not even a blockchain can move money that quickly, right? Now, the other mechanism that they have in place to help you safeguard against negative interest rates, and I guess in this way, proxy-wise, the effects of negative, I have 10 million in my account. That's right. The other thing that you can do is purchase real estate. And again, like I said, real estate is not a mechanism for making money. It's a mechanism for protecting your money in a way. So if we buy a building, yes, you can collect rent on it. And that's kind of a replacement for the interest rate that you're going to get from this tab. Okay. But it's guaranteed as long as you have a tenant, right? It's guaranteed income for you, but it's really pathetic income for what you've done. You are significantly better off investing in businesses to make your money. But when you invest in businesses, you are also like, that's cost, which is great, but that you're going to get taxed on that revenue, right? You're getting taxed on a ton of revenue. So that's where you have to put your money to work. As you make more and more money every day, you need to put more and more money to work every day. And one of those mechanisms, again, is just the investment tab. You could lose money here, though. And with real estate, you're not likely to lose money because historically, well, line go up for real estate. This is what we're going to spend money on today. This is a building owned by Jessica Johnson. It's a building I've coveted. I've wanted it. I've had it in my grasp for so long. But she just doesn't leave. Ingrid doesn't leave. I want this building. 50 traffic score, 30. I want my bookstore to be here. But the thing about that is that right now I have to send a business takeover offer. And it's like $735,000. I don't want to give Ingrid $735,000 to get her out of here. Just so I can scrap everything in that store. I don't want to do that. So what I could do is I could try to send the business takeover offer, but if I try to do this now, right, you'll see what happens here. If I try to do this now, let's say I offer her $700,000 for this, Jessica is going to stop me from doing that. Not Ingrid. Jessica will stop me from doing this. And that's because Jessica gets to have a say, the only say, on who gets to rent her building. So at the moment, if Ingrid decides to leave, I can't move in here anyway because of Jessica. But what I can do is buy the building from Jessica. Sending a takeover offer for this building to buy the building from Jessica is totally allowed. Even though she's a rival, she still will sell me the building if I want it. I probably can't lowball her though, probably. So let's try 7 million and see whether she goes for that. I almost certain she won't because we're a rival. We can try it. Okay, 7 million. All right, now we're going to go to, let's say, 7.2 million. See if she's willing to do that. So we're going to need to go above this evaluation in order for her to actually take it. Let's try 7.3. She still won't even take that. She wants even more. She's greedy. How about 7.4? She'll take 7.4. So we now own this building. And the great thing about owning the building, as we just saw with Jessica, is that we get to decide who's inside the building. We get to decide who can rent from us, right? So if I go into my business manager now and come down to this is a real estate property, and I can see I can now rent the building myself, and it's going to cost me nothing. I can also now click this button, and I have just kicked Ingrid out of the building. That business is no more. And I can now open up my bookstore if I want to, which is what I want to do here. All right. And I'm gonna name it later, but for now I'm just gonna call it bookstore. But we're gonna name it later. All right. So we have all the same stuff we had before, but this building has one extra tab, and that building tab is real estate settings, and we can now determine what the rent is for the building if we were renting it out to someone else. This building comes with a 60-day estate tax of just $1,500. It's nothing. So as we get more and more money in our bank account, we can invest more in real estate if we want to. Now, I don't really have I don't really want to spend any more on real estate myself. So I'm going to go back to Van Tander, and I'm going to put like 300 grand back in this investment account that I had. 3 million back in this investment account that I had, so that I don't have it in my bank account. All right. But now Ingrid has taken a hit. All right. Yeah. Where's my songs? Come on. I want music, man. Party. Right here. Business is closed. Bergman's Fruit and Produce has been closed. Or, sorry. Yeah. Owned by Ingrid was shut down. It doesn't say she closed it. It just says shut down, which is what it says all the time. But I just find that the wording there to be awesome. So if I go to the rival screen now, we can see her income is just a mere $18,000 per week. We've almost just completely nullified her existence on the board here. And we can go through other buildings too if we want to. So as we buy real estate, we can target real estate that Ingrid owns, or sorry, that Ingrid is renting, and we could shut her down that way if we want to as well. So this is how vindictive I am as a wealthy person, okay? If you're not willing to shut your business down because the market conditions are not conducive to you being profitable, if you're not willing to do that, then I'm going to buy the whole building and kick you out of it. That's just how vindictive I am. So, yeah, I think I'll probably look for a bookstore pattern on Steam, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I could design it myself. But we have the bookstore. I can now open that up because the demands for that is actually pretty good for the garment district. If I was looking at market demands here, we can see motivational book, youth novel, picture book, technical manuals. These are all above the fold, right? So they definitely have some of the biggest demands in this area for a bookstore. So we definitely want that. Now, I almost hit that guy. I'm trying to avoid damage. Still 100%. What I'm going to show you now is the other project. Because I like to open up a business every video if I can. I want to have every video be like one business that opens up, right? And I don't know if the bookstore counts. We can maybe have the bookstore count, but the one I've been working on a little bit in between videos here is something that I think is just so hilarious. I love this, and I think this is going to be maybe not my favorite thing in the world, but it's going to be one of my favorite things we do in this game, I think, in the end. I have rented the Trumpet Tower. I've rented the Trump Hotel is what it's the Trumpet Hotel is what it's called. Trumpet International Hotel. But I have rented the Trumpet Hotel, the space here, and I am turning it into a law firm. So there's a bunch of stuff in here. I have additional deliveries that I'll need to do, but I've got a whole bunch of stuff in here that is going to be turned into a law firm. Yeah. So I'll have to rearrange desks. I think I'm going to do the desks like this. And I don't know if it's, it'll look pretty cool, I guess. We're going to have all the desks. Let's back it up. Have the desks be like that. And then I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want this. I think it'll be like there. And then it'll be like that. Like that. If I'm standing in the way, which I am, move. There we go. And I'm going to just do this with the desks, okay? And we'll have, I guess it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables doing this. And then somewhere in these boxes are 2 executive desks. And those will be like the partners of the firm, right? And they'll have their own bigger offices over here with their executive desks and things like that. And basically, how I'm going to do it is the first 2 lawyers that demand an executive desk, they get to be partner. That's pretty much how I'm going to do it. Okay, we have in this room here. I don't know if it's going to be this room or this room. Maybe I'll make it this room instead. We're going to have, in this room, we're going to have like the dining area, relaxation area, break room kind of thing. We'll have coffee machines in here. We'll have like a little kitchen area back in here, a couch, television, lots of books and stuff, maybe a couple of rounded tables here that people can sit at and chill at and drink their coffee or soda or whatever. And then in here, we're going to have what I'm going to just call the research room. And or the area of due diligence, and there are going to be a bunch of books in here, lots of things for research. Maybe I'll put like a computer terminal or 2. What I was planning to do actually is just put laptops on here so they can just use their laptops. And then this is a place where they would do a lot of their research and all the late night grinds of trying to figure out how they're going to win their cases or whatever. They can do that in here. We'll probably have a couple of different tables doing that. I imagine, though, what this will probably be used for more often than not is having all the grunt work and all the interns just in here writing up just all sorts of nonsense with their red pens, doing all that kind of stuff, right? So anyway, yeah, law firm in the Trump Hotel. I think that's hilarious. I'm going to get to work on this right now, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, I wanted to update you a little bit on the 2 businesses we're setting up for today because it's taken a while, man. I mean, honestly, this whole like interior designer thing, I'm thinking more and more that money's worth it. I like setting up stores myself, though. I think it's part of the fun of the game, but man, does it take a while. Sorry for not having daily uploads for you. It just takes a long time. Here's my bookstore. It's a quaint little bookstore at the moment. It's got some floor space available too. I haven't quite decided how I want to organize things exactly, but I'm thinking like if I organize these bookshelves a little bit differently, maybe get them to where they're long ways like this going this way, I can get enough floor space here to maybe put 2 sets of gifts, both cheap and expensive, as well as maybe the flowers, both cheap and expensive. And then I've added the earbuds and stuff in here too. Now, the gifts and the flowers and the paper bags, I guess, didn't get brought here yet last night. So I've had to move things around. So the warehouse, my driver's now good enough for the big truck, right? He's 65%. He's good enough for the big truck, so he's there. And then if I go over to the logistics manager, she has capacity for 6 destinations now because of that. So what I've got now is Char Threads and Char Shack like I had before, but now I've added just generic bookstore. And then I've also now added both grifts to this as well. And then I need to add secret passages to this too, because all this stuff needs to be kept in stock over there as well. And I don't remember how many books I had for the last person. So we're just going to go ahead and do this because we need to make sure that these things stay in stock over there as well. We'll go 600 on that one. And then the Zonoman phones, which are actually tablets, we'll just say that we want to keep I don't know, 200 of those in there. I have no idea how many it is. I haven't bothered to check yet lately. We'll go 800 there, and the paper bags was 8,000. 4 cash registers. And then the gifts was 1,200, and the expensive gifts was, I don't know, 600 maybe 800. I forget how many it was over there. And then there's the cheap flowers. We'll go with 1,500, and the expensive flowers we'll go with 600. And then the earbuds, let's pop 400 of those over there. Okay. So we have secret passages added here now too. That's the 6th destination for this logistics manager. I've taken them away from Noel. So if you look at this, those 2 destinations are gone there. Noel will end up being primarily food-based stuff. All right. So we're going to have, right now we still have the hair products too, but we're limited on destinations over here. So we've got the Fast and Freshes, all those. We got the Dunkin' on Use, all those things. 4th and 10, that's a liquor store. Basically, if the primary business is people consuming something from us, that's what Noel's going to do for us, okay? The businesses he's going to handle. And then I added the warehouse too as a destination so that I could transfer all of the gifts and stuff, all the phones and everything. I want to transfer them over to the warehouse if I can too. And it seems like my stock numbers are too low here, so I'm going to go with like 6,000 on this, just to make sure all that stuff gets transferred over there just okay. So we're going to go 6,000 on all these things. Yeah, I want to make sure, let's just do this. I want to make sure that we get all this stuff out of this place. So that'll happen tomorrow, all right? So that's what I've got so far. It looks decent, but it could be improved. Certainly could be improved. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, let's head over to Trumpet Hotel, where I'll show you what I've got going on so far for our lawyers. Hey, I'm walking here. All right, let's take it out over here. So it's a work in progress, right? I'm thinking there's like a welcome zone here. I might have like a receptionist desk kind of thing. Hi, welcome, take a seat. All these types of things, right? And then there's 2 different ways they can go through here. So we can walk this way. I haven't done the floor yet, at least not in this area. And everything's pending, right? You kind of come in here and there's like a little kitchen area, right? Everybody can get their coffee and you can get in the fridge and make something from the stove. You got a little radio right here. They can hang out in this room, have their lunch breaks, things like that, converse, talk about cases, whatever. We got a little living room arrangement here. I'm thinking about putting like an armchair sort of thing right here, like a lounge, maybe one of those Valencia chairs or whatever the heck they're called with the ottomans and stuff. You could put that here and maybe a bookshelf. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm down one of these window dividers too. I want to get another one of these window dividers in here too. And then I come into this room. Lots of bookshelves in here. These are more like, studies. We can go revert what's case law, that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know all the jargon necessarily, but yeah, that's this area. And people can work in here, get on their computer, look things up on the internet too, because that can supposedly be a thing. And then the meeting table, we can kind of just put this wherever, but I've just got it sitting in here for now. There's a bunch of stacks of books and stuff on it. I imagine people are going to be mostly like spreading, a whole bunch of papers around all over this stuff and then just like standing over the table. So I haven't bothered to put any chairs here, but I figure if they want chairs, they can just grab their chair and move it over, right? That's fine. And then we come into here and, we have all of our different lawyers, I suppose, paralegals and stuff going on through here. And then you have the partners, right? The partners of the firm. And we don't have a chair for them yet. I'm going to actually just give them the stump mesh chair like right away. So whoever ends up having these desks will just have a stump mesh chair. But I don't have them. I haven't purchased them yet. But there's just these big offices, right? That's what we got going on right here. How did I get to the schedule just now? What did I click? Oh, clicking the laptop does that. Well, that's interesting. Did that with computers too? I don't think I've ever done that. Well, howdy do. I'm learning something new. I don't think I've ever clicked one of these things and went to the schedule like that before. So that's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, they're going to come through here and I'm going to have, I think, another water cooler maybe over here, maybe a television at the end of this hall with some waiting chairs right here. So I feel like, let's say you're some kind of corporate client or a new client, right? That kind of thing. We'll be with you in a moment. Maybe you're like high end or whatever. You will then get guided through the office and you'll have a seat over here and you'll just be waiting over here. And then one of the partners will come out and say, hey, come on in. And then, that kind of thing is what I'm thinking. So that's the office for now. I bought too many of these, so I've been trying to like figure out where they could go. But honestly, I probably will end up selling a few of them just because they don't really fit. Like this one here is out of nowhere. I don't know where this thing goes. Maybe we could put it, maybe I'll put it right here. I just got to stick it somewhere, and then right here, like these chairs are oriented this way, but I probably could get away with them just being like this instead. It'll probably look better if I do it that way. Something, I don't know. Anyway, that's the law offices for now. And I think it's looking pretty good so far. I'm not sure about the floor and the interiors, like what to make of it. I think the offices should be something different. Maybe some higher end, like a high end floors, I think probably for the offices. Maybe we put them, I don't know, this brown seems a little boring. Also, it doesn't quite line up. I'm going to have to move the offices. How about this side? Yeah, that's a bit of a drag. All right, well, here's what we're going to have to do with that then. I'm going to move this over just a little bit. Yeah, so you see the lines? There's solid lines and then there's dashed lines, and then like the solid lines is where the floor painting goes. So if you ever get this, and I just don't pay attention, is the reason why I don't see it. But in case you're curious, like how can you know ahead of time? If you put them on the solid lines, then they'll line up with the floor when you're painting the floor. Okay. So I guess we'll just have the waiting benches be on one side now instead of two. And then this is a really big opening now, but we're going to say these guys have like double glass doors or something, right? Obviously, we don't have doors in the game. We can't make doors, but they'll say they have the double glass doors that they can open on both of these offices. I think that's a pretty fair, thing to say. All right. And then we'll have like, again, waiting room benches right here where they can wait for the partners to come out and greet them and whatever. So yeah, there you go. There's a simple law office. I think it's going to work out really well. I obviously have to hire people some more and get that going. So let me get on with like finalizing everything and getting all the logistics and stuff set up for them. And then I guess I'll bring you guys back in when we have at least, I don't know, at least one of them open. We can kind of see how they do in whatever markets they're in, right? All right. Okay, I got one more person that wants silver, and that is going to fill Adam up. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade one of our other agents here. I'm just going to basically take... Oh, that's the wrong one. Adam, of course. He's got everybody now. He's completely full with silver. So what I want to do is move Dolores into a silver program. And again, you play this your way, all right? You don't want to micromanage it. I get it. But to save as much money as possible, this is something you can do. So I'm going to keep all the bronze people that don't... or all the people that don't want insurance. I'm stacking them on Danielle here. And then, so Dolores basically takes all those guys off. And so she has 50 or 36. Yeah, 36 people now. Okay, 30. Let's go 35 on her. Okay, so 35 people on Dolores. I should be able to hire another HR manager. go hourly wage. And if I scroll down, crap. There should be an HR manager in here somewhere. No? That's weird. You should be finding them. What happened? Hang on. Headhunters, what are you doing? Customer service, HR manager. Stop recruiting. Yeah, you're supposed to be recruiting 10. You didn't recruit anything yet? Oh, you know what? It was the weekend. I just keep doing things on the weekends, man. Anyways, so they're going to get me some HR managers. And then all I'll have to do, it's not that much micromanagement, right? All I'm going to have to do is just take everyone off of Dolores, put them on the new guy, and then I'll take, 9 extra people or whatever, 10 people off of Adam and put them on Dolores. And that's all I'm going to end up doing. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and just upgrade from here, and it will just add an extra $4 per person. So I could just do that. And then now we have silver on Dolores as well. And so anyone who wants silver, I can put them on her as well. And then as we get that other HR manager, I'll just shift people off of her because she has all the bronze people anyway. Okay. I've spent a lot of time on this video already. Like, I just looked at the clock, and apparently I've been at this for 4.5 hours. It just melted away. The time just vanished. It's gone. So I don't want to cut anymore and do this and then I'll be right back stuff. It's causing me to have like no videos to share with you guys. So we'll just complete this in this cut right now, I think, which I have almost everything done anyways. I don't think it'll be much of a burden. Real quick, I need to find AJ's. Yeah, right there's. I don't think it'll be much of a burden. We just need to go and get some additional shelving so I can have, where is it? Right here, AJ's. So I can have the expensive gifts put into the new store. But the new store has basically everything. So I can just open it up right now, in fact. So why don't I just do that? Because I can open it right now. So we're going to go into customer service agents. We'll find some people that I think are, probably decent to find here. No night shifts. That's fine. It's going to be a bookstore anyway. I don't need it to be open late at night. So we'll say that you're at bookstore. There we go. Let's see what clean work environment seems good. We'll put you on bookstore as well. And don't worry, I'm going to hire them. You'll see. It's something. I'm trying to like refine my processes to make the clicking of everything just a little bit faster. I'm sure you guys have your own tactics here in how to make this much faster for you too, but this is just something I've been looking at and trying to avoid insurance. Okay, so a bookstore. So we have bookstore aligned over here, so I can see which ones are on the bookstore. I've already assigned them basically right there. So I go like this, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So with all these guys, hire them. Then we're going to slide over to my other tab, scroll all the way to the bottom. They're right here. Bang, 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 bang. We want these guys to be on. Let's put them on Fun Pro. Actually, I'm wondering if we do have a book. Don't I have a bookstore uniform? Did I do that? I did, a bookstore uniform. There it is. So that's the same uniform that we have for, secret passages, but it's fine. So 4 full-time employees. That should be pretty good, right? I did get all full times. Yeah. And then we want to grab cleaners if we can as well. And we'll just scroll down until we find cleaners. No, there are no cleaners. They all timed out. That's the downside of this. They all timed out. All right. Well, whatever. We'll get cleaners later. That's fine. Bookstore. Here we go. Schedule. And then what are the hours for secret passages? What are you? Let me see what you're doing here. So you're from 9 to 10. Yep, 9 to 10. Oh, I haven't done the coat check thing yet, but I'm going to do the coat check thing, okay? For sure, going to do the coat check thing. So we're going to get rid of these 2 coat checks, and I'm just going to add an extra cash register. It's going to save me money because if you take a look at the insights, you can clearly see when, this is locked into 48, 48, 49, and then all of a sudden we get 75 or 74, right? It comes up here. So we are hitting max customers at a certain time, and that's between 4 and 6. If you look at the schedule for this, I have an extra person on staff during this period of time for the coat check, but like they're not doing anything, right? So basically I'm paying for 3 people to work here plus their benefits, right? Yeah, bronze. plus their benefits, then they're doing absolutely nothing. So we're going to be cutting heads over there too. And what I might do is if I need more people, and it looks like I might, over at this bookstore, then I can just move these guys over there, right? I don't need to hire new people. And I could possibly justify doing the same thing with the cleaning staff if I could make that happen. Like maybe one of these cleaners goes over there, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, the thing I really wanted to see is this. So it looks like it's worth opening at 10 and maybe closing at 8. All right. So we'll try that instead. So bookstore, open at 10, close at 8. Cool. Autofill, please. And that's what I figured you'd do. Silly thing. So let's just do this as all. And we'll do something like that instead, which makes way more sense. Now, I don't have any security guards. I have to find security guards for this as well, which they're not going to be in my list of people that I'm searching for because we're all customer service and lawyers right now. Yep, plus that HR search that's happening. So I'm going to have to wait for that too. Yeah, lawyer. Yeah, I got the customer service search as well. So we'll take the headhunter that's doing... yeah, you're not doing anything anymore. You're supposed to be finding them, but you're not. And you're not doing anything. So I'm going to have you find cleaners. And then we just do like no benefit. I don't really care about the benefits thing. Just give me this so I don't have to worry about the cleaners. Wow, I can't do that. Okay, whatever. We'll just do this. Find me cleaners, please. And then as soon as we have the HR manager, I can do that stuff. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. My HR is full. I have 2 spare desks, 1 regular old desk with like nothing in there. That could be my HR person. And then I've, oh, I thought I had an executive desk available. Right, I gave it to Roy. There's another one sitting in the office too. It's just in a box. So there's that too. Okay, so I'm over here at AJ's. Why? Because this is where I'm going to get the shelves for the expensive gifts. That's why. So we're going to put in 1, 2 rounded shelves, and honestly, I could sell the tablets and stuff there too, right? Like, what's the demand for this stuff? Gosh, everybody's closing their stores. I feel so bad not. Let's see. So looks like the smartwatch. Yeah, smartwatch has the higher demand here. So there's not much demand of it for anything in Garment District anymore, but I want to get this. So I think we'll try the Artie smartwatch, which is still going to need 3 of those tables. But we'll sell 3 of those tables, or we'll sell the smartwatches with 3 of those tables as well. Okay. So let's go grab that. 1, 2, 3. We'll buy that. And that should be the last thing I have to do here. This line is shorter. Anyone ever do that? You guys you hop lines, right? When you notice there's one that's shorter, you swing over to the other line. I think that's a perfectly natural, normal thing to do. Okay, back down the street to the bookstore. Just whip ourselves a Yui here. There we go. And we'll just park. There's no auto parking right here for some reason. There it goes. Okay. And we'll just drop it off. Hand truck there. I've got a bunch of storage shelves for another business coming up. And then I want 2 rounded shelves and the display table. And then I grabbed an extra camera because I wasn't sure if I'd need it after I positioned everything, and I might need another camera. So I've got that extra thing too. All right, so rounded shelves. I wanted to put this in here, but I might move these books slightly over. These are technical manuals. I figured, again, for the electronics. And then display tables can go. It's getting a little crowded in here, isn't it? It's gonna get just a tad bit crowded, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I could probably get away with just having all the bookshelves along the wall. I just thought that might be a bit boring, but you can try different layouts. Try to move things around to get the best layout, you know? Let me see. Display product table. I'll take the security camera in with me. All right, let me play around with things, move things around. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I can just tweak these camera positions a little bit and just pretty much get everything. Yeah, so I'm only gonna need 3 cameras in here. That's good. All right, so I won't need this camera, and I got everything positioned. We're gonna do expensive gifts and then the smartwatches and stuff, right? So this is gonna be the Artie smartwatch, and so we're gonna go with right there, Artie fish. Sorry, Artie smartwatch is a good description. I think that's fine. I don't have to say the fish part, right? I think we're good there. All right, so the logistics manager, we're just going to have you go ahead and make sure that you have the smartwatches added to this. And I don't know how many. I don't think we're ever going to sell more than this anyway. So we're going to put 300 in here because the warehouse only has 426. It doesn't really matter. Let's put 100 in there. It's fine. All right, so that's enough to open this, provided we get cleaning staff and everything. So we're good to go there. Now, as far as the lawyers go, I want to say that building is done. It just doesn't have a name yet. And that's the thing I want you guys to decide. I'm going to pick my favorite name from the comments. Be civil. I realize what I'm doing here. All right, I'm aware. Be civil. Be good people. Okay? Give me a good name for a law firm that's located inside the Trumpet Hotel. Okay. I asked the question. It's crazy. I did it. I'm going to call it Trumpet Law Firm for now. And it'll get changed when it happens. All right. Now we have 20 desks and computers in here, and that's all that's necessary to have this place up and running. We could just do it right now. So I'm going to come over to the candidates tab. We're going to sort by hourly wage. It's going to give me all the potential lawyers. Full-time, 51, all that doesn't matter. You're hired. And probably just going to go down the list and hire everybody, right? At least till we get 20 people. So here's some of them are okay. We'll try not to get people that are going to retire right away, okay? But other than that, we want to get, like 21 is good, 37 is good, 54, I'll accept that. 28. This one is 61. Too close for me. Sorry. I think 57 is a little close too, and I have so many candidates. I don't need to go quite that old. 30 right here. 34 and 51 is fine. 42. How many have I clicked so far? I feel like I've clicked enough already. I'm gonna hire these candidates. I didn't hire them to any specific business. I just hired them in bulk, right? So now we can come all the way down. I can say current business unassigned. Here's all the lawyers, all right? And we'll just go in and select all of these. There we go. All of my unassigned peeps here. We're going to assign them to the Trumpet Law Firm. There we go. Now, I don't have a lawyer. Oh, these guys have no task in the bookstore. Right. I don't want you guys to get all pissed at me, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I shouldn't do this. I really shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I don't have a cleaning person yet. Unless I do. Do I have a cleaning person? I do have a cleaning person. Never mind. There is a full-time cleaner right here. And we're going to put you in the bookstore. Hired. Okay, we're going to open both of the businesses right now. Because I can, I guess. My only concern here is... Yeah, we just don't have any of them in stock. But we have the shelves are in place. We just don't have them in stock. Okay. What I don't have in this store, though, is a security guard. I still have to find a security guard. So I'm not ready to open. Never mind. Not ready to open. One more day, and we'll have a security guard, and everything will be fine. Lawyers. Where is it? Trumpet Law Firm. Here it is. Okay, so you're all here. I'm going to assume 8 to 4 is an okay schedule for a law firm. I don't know. I have a lot of computers. We're just going to say you're open Monday through Friday only, and we'll go ahead and auto-assign and have everybody in there. Okay? And everybody so far has it. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional people that I can hire. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll just leave it the way it is right now. Let's see what the lawyer fees in the market are. $250. Okay. Well, our lawyers are a little cheap. We're going to go $225. We're going to lower that price down a little bit. And we'll flip the switch. And now we are hire and schedule 5 lawyers. There it is. But I bet you I've already done... I can do a lot more than that, too. See, like these lawyers right here? Yeah, right here. We can have... let's see. Go back to primary skill. Actually, sort by hourly wage. Here it is. Okay, so we can have... What did I have? Like 5 more I could hire? Was it 5? I don't remember what it was, but let's just kind of go like this. We'll hire 4 more. Yeah. 2, 3. We'll hire 4 more of these guys. And then we're going to want to get a uniform for them as well. Sort them by primary skill would be fine, but it's easier to find them by hourly wage because they cost so much. So I'm going to say, yep, we're going to go like this. Everybody in this. Well, I have to actually configure it, don't I? Yeah. New preset. Let's call this lawyers or lawyer. That's fine. And y'all are going to be in nice clothing. Okay. Yep. Nice shoes. You're going to look professional. All right. And then on this side of things, right here, we're going to have professional looking people right here. Right. Yep. I like it. Okay. That's my lawyer outfit. It's pretty straightforward, but you know, that's what you're going to have. And then all the lawyers who are selected right now, assign them to the lawyer uniform. They all have a uniform now. Okay, now back to the schedule. Go back over to Trumpet Law Firm. Yep, and then we do this again. We just say autofill. And now everybody should be in. I've got room for 2 more lawyers here, but everybody is working. And that's the important thing. These guys are not assigned to any tasks. What? Why? No, that can't be true. Also, we don't have anyone in the cleaning station either, but I mean, who needs to clean the Trumpet Hotel, honestly? That's a perfectly clean place, right? I mean, there's nothing dirty about that place at all. Come on. Okay, so that's that. We are going to open our bookstore as soon as I get another cleaner and I can get the products in, right? Is that what the thing is? Yeah, I need a security guard, right? As soon as I get the security guard, then I will open the bookstore. And then we can come back for the next video and you guys can see how are these things doing, right? We opened up the law firm. It's not quite finalized in the design, but I can design it while it's open. It can be making money while it's being designed, right? We don't have to have it be completely shut up until it's done. So, okay, that's it then. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate you guys. Sorry this video took so long to get out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.